Good morning, everyone. It's Aprille Franks-Hunt. Welcome to Season 1, Episode 9 of CEO Fuel. I'm super thrilled today. It's Thanksgiving week. I know you got Thanksgiving is tomorrow. Can you even believe it? So happy holidays to all of you. Welcome on in. If you are already watching this broadcast, please tap the share button, invite a friend, and we are about to get started with CEO Fuel.
Welcome to CEO Fuel, where epic leaders come to get recharged and fueled up for success. Your host, Aprille Franks-Hunt, Super CEO of Coach, Speak, and Serve, is serving up the fuel you need to connect with other amazing leaders and learn new strategies to help you create more impact and profits in your businesses. Now, here's Aprille.
Welcome to CEO Fuel. Like I said, this is Season 1, Episode 9. We're doing 10 episodes in Season 1. When we started this journey, it was just a crazy, idea that we had, and now we are here. Now we have been working with some amazing guests. I brought to you some awesome people. My name is Aprille Franks-Hunt, and I am the Master Coach and President of not of CEO Fuel, but of Coach, Speak, and Serve. Listen, I got turkey and dressing on my brain and all the good stuff I'm going to be eating tomorrow and making myself sick as a result of. So welcome on in. Happy Thanksgiving. If you're on, please type in the comments below where you are coming from. I can't wait to see all the places around the country that people are tuning in from. Tap the share button. Remember, I told you guys I'm going to start singing and dancing on the share opportunity situation. So I just want to say I'm really super thrilled. The purpose of CEO Fuel really is to give entrepreneurs the boost that they need in the middle of the week so that they can carry out the goals and the missions, the profits, the impact that they're looking to make. As a part of just being a entrepreneur. And, we talk about this whole new CEO, right? It's not about you necessarily being, hey, you guys, I see you in the comments. Hey, nice to see you. I see some new friends, some old friends. What's up, you guys? So it's really about just giving you information, giving you access to people, and helping you gain clarity in your business, helping you. I don't know that there's even a show like this, okay? So we're really blazing a trail here so that you can get tools, resources, and access to new people to help you grow your business, to help you remove the fog, right? To remove the fog. And I have to say thank you to our team, Enlightened Audiovisual. Shout out to Rob, shout out to Sam, and shout out to Jenny Q as well. They help us from afar put this show on and make it all that it is. Hey, Atara. Hey, Kimberly. Hi, Jennifer. Hey, you guys. Hey, Brandon. Hey, Brenda. Nice to see you. So tag someone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. Hey, everybody. We are on and popping like popcorn this morning. So I'm super thrilled. And like I said, the reason why we're here really is to give you access. And that's what this show is about. So I want to just do a recap. Last week, I did a recap. And this week's guest is Audra Upchurch. She's one of my clients. She is amazing. She's a small business owner, corporate powerhouse, just an amazing woman. And I had the opportunity to go to Virginia Beach this past weekend and do a training for her tribe and part of my tribe too. And so that's really exciting. So she's coming up later. And then I'm going to be going over our Learn and Do segment. And today I'm going to be sharing with you the bottom line. The bottom line. And the bottom line is about why you should not be dropping the soap in your business. And what does SOAP stand for? SOAP stands for the systems in your business, the offerings in your business, the audience in your business, and then the profits in your business, why you shouldn't be dropping those. And so you want to stay tuned around 9:30-ish, around the 30-minute mark. We're going to be getting started with the Learn and Do segment. So make sure that you have a notebook. Every time I come before you, let me just tell you that you do need a notebook. As a matter of fact, you should title it Aprille's Teachings or CEO Fuel or Coach, Speak, and Serve or something, because I truly attempt to give you great content that you can implement and opportunities for you also to work with us on a deeper level if that is what you're looking to do. Then I'm going to be sharing with you at the end, also I'm going to be sharing with you our Black Friday opportunity for you to jump in and start training with me and working with me right now today for only $69. So I'm going to talk about that as well. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. And that's what, like I said, this entire show is built around entrepreneurs, by entrepreneurs, for entrepreneurs. And, you know, when I first started in this journey several years ago, I didn't have all the answers, right? I was a girl who wrote a book, which I can't find it right now, but I wrote a book, and the book was about a personal journey. And then that led me into Facebook, which then led me into speaking, which then led me into coaching. And I think there's this natural progression in this business that you can go from author to public speaker and get paid, and then go from speaker to coaching people through your products and services. And it doesn't all have to be one-on-one coaching. You can create amazing group coaching programs to assist people with information that they need to grow in the area in which you teach them. And that's what's amazing. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in our Learn and Do segment today. So I just wanted to say that because it's important that you know why you're here and why you should be sharing this broadcast. So if you haven't already, on a count of 3, we're going to do a little dance. I wish I had some dance music. I'm going to have, when we go out with our finale, with our season finale next week, I promise you, I'm doing a jingle. We're doing some dance music when it's time to share. So if you haven't already shared, then we want to get the sharing going. So on a count of 3, I want to shout out everyone who's sharing. So shout out to Kiana, shout out to Lady V, shout out to who else is on? Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl, shout out to you. So on the count of 3, we're going to hit the share public button. I don't know why. Don't be allergic to sharing, okay? This is the holiday season. If you don't share any other time, but today, let's make it happen for Thanksgiving. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's do a little sharing, make a little love. Get down tonight. I told you that that's what we were going to be doing. So, hey, I can't sing, but I can coach, and that's all that matters. So thank you guys for sharing. Thank you, Sherry, for sharing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lucretia, for sharing. Thank you, Ashley, for sharing. Thank you, Lady V, for sharing. Thank you. Even Audra, I think, is sharing, and she's on the broadcast. So thanks, Audra, for sharing. Okay, Audra's in the control room. I wish you guys could see behind the scenes. And I don't know if we're on Periscope today or not, but if we're not, make sure you're following me on Periscope, because next week we're going to be broadcasting on Facebook Live and on Periscope. And then when we come back in season 2, back in January, then we also going to be on LinkedIn. So no matter where you are, where you love to camp out, we're going to be on LinkedIn. You're going to be able to tap into CEO Fuel everywhere. And so we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to talk to Audra Upchurch.
Hi, my name is Lamar Tyler, and I'm the founder of Traffic, Sales, and Profit. We're excited to sponsor this episode of CEO Fuel with Aprille Franks-Hunt. At Traffic, Sales, and Profit, we help early-stage entrepreneurs, bloggers, and social media influencers drive more traffic, convert more sales, and grow more profit. Check us out at our website, trafficsalesandprofit.com.
We love Lamar and Ronnie Tyler at Traffic, Sales, and Profits. Lamar Tyler is awesome and amazing. Make sure you're following him on Facebook. He has an amazing group called Traffic, Sales, and Profits that you can follow. And I'm telling that I said hi and that Aprille at Coach Speak and Serve sent you. So tomorrow is Thanksgiving. And before I bring Audra on, I just want to share what I am thankful for and just a little bit about gratitude and how being grateful in a state of gratefulness has changed my life. Several years ago, I had the opportunity to watch a movie called The Secret. And it really helped me look at gratitude and manifestation in a different way. And gratitude really, the action of gratitude really makes what you have enough. Gratitude makes what you have enough. I think Oprah has that quote. Gratitude makes everything you have today enough, right? It's the state of not just being thankful, but being gracious and in a state of gratitude about everything. Grateful that you have clean air to breathe. Grateful that you have a roof over your head. Grateful that you have food that you can eat. Grateful that you have people that are around you that love you. Grateful that you have, access to this. If you're watching this, there's some things you should be grateful for. If you even have access to this, I don't care if you're at a friend's house, you're at the library, or whatever, or it's your own smartphone, or you got some fancy computer, you have access to this. So just being grateful for every single little, what seems to be little things, really adds up. One of the things that I used to be grateful for, because when I was a young single mom, 18, 19, here's the one thing. I always used to have to buy cheap mattresses. I would go to the mattress store and I would see these mattresses were like $1,000 and $2,000 and $5,000. And I could never afford that. I could really only afford like the $250 mattress. And I hated it. And as a result, my back was always hurting. I felt like I never really got good rest. And so once I elevated and, I was so grateful that I could buy an expensive mattress and get like the best sleep. So it's even those things I think that we take for granted, our everyday things that we take for granted, that we should just be grateful for. So if you can just type in the comments, what's the one thing that today that you're grateful for? What's the one thing that you're grateful for? Tags a person that you're grateful for. Who in your life right now are you grateful that is here? Is it your mom? Is it your dad? Is it your friend? Is it someone you met online? Is it Audra? Is it me? Is it Rob? Is it whoever? Is it the person that, opened the door for you? Who is it? Is someone that you're connected to? Tag them right now and just say, I thank you. And then tag them. I thank you. Tag that person and let them know, because sometimes it's these little things that let other people know that they are not left out, that they are not forgotten, that the things that they do are not so small, and that you actually remember them. And I think that's really important, not only for us to be great business owners and to understand, what we need to do, how we can do it, but also just being great people. Being great people, right? I think we need to be great people first, and then that transcends into the business world. And so I just wanted to say that. So happy Thanksgiving, safe travels to you all, no matter where you are, where you're going, if you're staying at home. And then also for those, I just want to say, for those of you who maybe this is a hard holiday season for you, I encourage you, if you've had lost a loved one, or if this is just a different space for you to create a new tradition. I'm loving the thanks, you guys. That's so great. Yes, thank them. But if you need to create a new tradition, so if you want to go volunteer, if you want to go visit friends, you don't have to be alone on the holiday season. You can create a new tradition for yourself. And I just encourage you to do that, because, the holidays are not great for everybody. People are dealing with things during this season. And I just want you to be encouraged that you can start something new. And the best way to get out of your own feelings and out of your own aloneness is to go and serve and to do something for other people. And so I just encourage you to do that. So with that said, I have the distinct pleasure of bringing on an amazing woman that I actually just met at my conference this past Epic in March in Oklahoma City. Her name is Audra Upchurch, and she is an amazing corporate powerhouse, business owner, and entrepreneur who assists women in getting in sync and really being authentic. So I want to bring to you right now, Audra Upchurch. Audra?
Hey, everyone.
Hey, Audra, how are you?
Fantastic. How are you?
Good. Thank you for being on the show in short notice.
Hey, you got to be flexible, right?
Yes, absolutely. So Audra, can you tell our audience just a little bit about you? What do you do? What's Women Think About? How did you get started? Yeah, give them a little bit of the goods.
Well, I do a lot. I am a married grandmother of 2, and I have a business with my husband in Virginia Beach, brick and mortar. You guys know how that is, right? Lease, light bills, all of that fun stuff. I am also a career woman. I work for a major Fortune 500 company. And I am also building my own enterprise where I coach, I speak, and I serve. Haha, love that plug. And I do that by, I have Women in Sync. If you're online, go ahead and put your declaration in the comments, hashtag I am synced, because the ladies in this community have committed to syncing their professional successes with their inner happiness. And that's really important, because you can't build a business when you're broken.
Absolutely. And I love Women in Sync because it's really about being authentic. And one of the things I really enjoy about working with you as a client is that, just the authenticity that you bring and your passion for wanting women in your community to be able to be corporate, to be successful, but also to own their past so that they can really move into a more prosperous and happy future. Can you just share, where did that come from for you? Why is it important to you that the people that you serve and you coach, why is it important that authenticity is a part of their everyday?
Well, Aprille, that's a very personal journey for me. And I shared about that in my chapter in Shift Happens. You know, growing up, I was a homeless teenager. And unfortunately, I moved around from place to place and stayed with person to person. In which every home I lived in, I had to become who was necessary to keep the roof over my head. And as I grew older, that pattern continued till I became who I needed to be for whatever the situation, and eventually I lost myself. You know, when I finally figured that out and got on the path to finding me and embracing me, I realized I wasn't alone. There's a lot of women in corporate America in their nicely polished suits who, once they leave the office and they go home, they're absolutely miserable because they have no idea who they are and what even really matters to them.
Well, you know what's important about that is because you look great. And like you said, you were a homeless teen. And I think people count out the everyday person, the underdog, you know, the person that has been fighting, and you've done a great job. I mean, like you said, you've had some trials, tribulations, and some triumphs. And, you know, in your chapter in Shift Happens, which we'll plug here in a minute, so you all should catch a copy. Nikki Woods, our great friend, is the compiler of that amazing anthology. But, you know, one of the things, Audra, in your journey, how did you, you know, as a homeless teenager, how did you go from homeless teenager, sleeping on people's couches, to I want to finish school, I'm going to go to college, and I'm going to be a success? Like, what was that in you that said, you know what, no matter what, I'm still going to push through?
You know, Aprille, it's a couple of things. One of my mantra, I used to say to myself, my mantra was, my life won't always be this way. And I would say that to myself over and over again. I remember one day riding on the A train, my New Yorkers, you know the A train, right? Riding on the A train, saying to myself, trying to figure out whose house I would go to that night. You know, I ran through my list of people I could possibly call. And to give myself hope and not break down and cry, I just would say, it's not going to always be this way. It's not going to always be this way. And I said it enough till one day I actually believed it. And I think the turning point for me was when I enrolled in college. And I saw myself doing things that my peers were doing successfully. Because before that, I just felt like a failure. And I think that was the catalyst for me to push harder, to work harder. And I saw education as a way out, as an opportunity to have the life that I never had, but always dreamed of. And for me, that was truly the answer.
I love it. She said she saw education as a way out and to push through. So if you're pushing through your 2016 right now, if you're in the season of pushing, hashtag push in the comments, hashtag push in the comments, hashtag push in the comments. I see you guys already pushing. Thank you so much. Good morning, Donna Hicks Izzard. Good morning, Cheryl. Hey, you guys, Donna Hicks Izzard is our guest next week. Good morning, Lucretia. Good morning, Pam. I see you guys pushing and pushing and pushing. Audra, I think that's great. And, you know, what I love about what you said is that education was a way out. And I love the fact that you said that because we both have different levels and different types of education, you and I. Mm-hmm. And speaking of, you know, there is our education system, and then there is when you decide to self-educate and you decide to make decisions such as coaching, which you did, and working with me. You know, can you share why you then, so you went to college, you have what type of degree do you have?
I have my MBA.
So smart woman, right? And so she came to Epic, and you enrolled in one of our higher level coaching programs, Epic Speakers Academy for speaker training. Why did you decide to make that shift and say, you know what, in addition to what I have right now, I want this extra because I really want to ramp up Women in Sync? Why did you make that decision to work with us?
Well, first of all, let me say, when I went to Epic, I had no idea why I was there. I just really felt a pull. Someone shared a Periscope and I clicked by accident. You know how you mean to wipe it away? Well, I clicked it. And when I did, lo and behold, it was Aprille Franks-Hunt. And she was sharing some amazing tips that I couldn't close my phone if I wanted to. And I began following her on this journey. And I would pop in here and there, nothing major. But when she made the call to sign up to join her at Epic, I kind of played around with the idea. But eventually I found myself in Oklahoma City, sharing a room with two women I had never met before in a city I had never been, listening to a woman who I didn't know. So I didn't have a purpose when I went there other than to follow my instinct. And I'm so glad I did. You know, I have a lot happening, as we already explained, but through the one-on-one coaching I've had with Aprille, it's allowed me to streamline the process and not make unnecessary mistakes because I don't have time for it. So I'm so grateful that I pushed beyond the fear, because I was terrified. I'm a New Yorker. I don't like going to strange places, right? But I'm glad I pushed beyond that to take a chance and join her at Epic. And these last 7 months have truly been epic. So thank you so much, Aprille.
No, thank you for giving us the opportunity to help bring your vision to fruition. And can you just share, and I also want to ask you too, we don't always agree. I think that's one thing. People think that when you coach with someone that you're always going to be in agreement. There are some things that I think that you don't think. I still think I'm right, but we still disagree, right?
Yes. And I think that's a misconception people have about coaching. You know, your coach is giving you recommendations. You're still a human being and you know what works for you. That's where coming into knowing who you are and what works for you and being able to speak up and stand up for yourself. Mm-hmm. So I value Aprille's opinion highly, and she knows that. But also I have to know myself well enough to understand what works for me and how to implement for it truly to be successful.
Mm-hmm. Very good. I love that. I love that because I think I really want people to be empowered. And Audra, can you speak to, so you've worked with me, you've embarked in this journey with Nikki Woods to share your own, story. And now you're, working on you and I are working on some things for you to launch in the new year for Women in Sync. Can you share how working with Nikki, how working with Nikki and being a part of the anthology and just putting yourself out there, what has that been like? Because like you said, there's a lot of corporate women, there's a lot of professional men out there. They don't want to share it. They want to share their stories. They want to speak up, but they just don't.
First of all, Nikki Woods rocks. Okay. I absolutely love Nikki. I love her spirit and her personality. I love her leadership style, especially. That process was difficult for me because a lot of my coworkers had no idea of my upbringing. Again, I show up to work, I do my job, but all those tidbits about me being homeless and all that I went through, even as I share in the book, losing custody of my son because I was homeless. They didn't know these things. If you look at my son and I today, you would have no idea that I didn't raise him because he's an awesome dude. So I had to give him that plug. But, it's difficult for professionals to come out with the emotional stuff, right? It's easy to share your knowledge of your expertise. But when it comes to sharing those heart-wrenching experiences that you've had, it's difficult to do that. But it's necessary. Because we're still human and we all still go through and live through some horrific things. And it's not good to keep it hidden because you just never know whose life you're going to touch by sharing when they can look at where you are versus where you were.
I love it. Oh my God, I love it. Thank you so much. Hey, you guys, 13 of you have shared this broadcast so far. I need 10 more of you to share this broadcast. So Michelle, if you haven't shared, Shalonda, if you haven't shared, I'm calling y'all out on Thanksgiving Eve. If you have not shared, I need you to hit the share button and stop being stingy with the goods because we're going to our Learn and Do segment here in it. Audra, listen, I love what you're sharing. I think it's important. I think it's important for people to own their own truth, to share who they are, because we only have one life to live, right? And why spend it pretending?
Amen.
Why spend it pretending, right? That's just the end of that sentence. Why spend it pretending? And it's not even that you have to share your story as much as it is you have to own it so that you can move about in a way that's really authentic to you. So can you share, Audra, what's next for Audra? Where can people find you? Where can they follow you? Where can they learn more about you?
Well, people can follow me right here on Facebook. This is my favorite place. Okay. So you can find me here at Authentic Audra right here on Facebook. Also, if you're a professional woman, you're a mature woman, and you're ready to push beyond all the stuff that's been holding you back, if you're ready to walk into 2017, wait to reach the life that's waiting for you, because it's really waiting for you. I'm a testament to that. You can come hang out with us in Women in Sync with Audra, again, right here on Facebook. And we are launching our transformation program next month in January, in January 2017, for anyone that's ready. You got to be ready. And the program is called Authenticity, because that's self-explanatory, correct? Someone hashtag authenticity for me. Because if you're ready to show the world who you are and embrace the real you, I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much, Aprille, for this opportunity.
Oh, you're so welcome. I love you. I adore you. Tell Tony I said hello. And
I will. You hear him banging around up there?
Tell Tony I said hello, and I'll be talking to him this week. Have a happy Thanksgiving, Audra. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Shout out, you guys. Thank you for sharing those additional 10 people. I so appreciate it. Audra, you can hang out in the green room, or you can drop off, whichever works for you. And we are about to move into, oh, you know what? Can we flash up the Shift Happens book just so people can see that? I want you guys to support Audra. You can purchase a copy of Shift Happens, connect with her, and you can read her stories and the stories of many other women. Also, fellas, for the men out there, if you have a wife who can utilize Women in Sync and are looking to connect with other professional women, share that information with her. Tag her in this broadcast right now so she can get a hold of Audra Upchurch. So we want to move into our Learn and Do segment, because now I'm about to go into training mode. So, you know, I have my little notes here. I have my glasses. I'm not going to wear them because the ring light might. Am I good with the glasses on with the ring light? Oh, Rob says yes. Yay. I get to wear my glasses. That's exciting. So, this lighting in the glasses, sometimes the reflection is an issue. And then Mikey with Michael Brandon Harris with Michael Brandon Harris Beauty, he has these long lashes on. So why are the lashes hitting the top of the glasses? So we're going to try to keep them on the whole time. So I want to talk to you about this whole Learn and Do segment. And today the training is called The Bottom Line. I told you guys, if you're in Coach Speak and Serve right now, which I believe this broadcast has been shared in Coach Speak and Serve, it's on my fan page, it's on my personal page, then you want to make sure that you're tuned in. So we're talking about the bottom line and not dropping the soap in your business. And so I want to do this training. Get your notebooks out and get ready. You're going to have 4 pages at least. So 1 page I want you to write. And so write down these 4 components on 1 piece of paper. So I want you to write down systems, offerings, audience, profits. And then you're probably going to need a page for each one, at least. Okay? You're probably going to need a page for each one, but that's just so you know that you're not dropping the soap. Hashtag soap in the comments, hashtag soap in the comments, hashtag soap in the comments. So I want to run through this. And remember, I shared with you in the beginning that we're in open enrollment for our core coaching program, which is normally $199 a month. And right now for Black Friday, we started it yesterday. We launched it at $49. Today at $69. It's going to go up every day. So every single month you can get trained by me and our power partners, such as Entreport, such as Moonclerk, all of these different tools that you utilize as a coach, as a speaker, as an author. We have all of those individuals coming to train you directly. Enlightened Audiovisual as well has been a power partner and has come in to train you and to teach you about live streaming. So you have the opportunity to learn and to get training, not only from me, but from people that we do business with and services that you use to help you best maximize what you have. And I'm going to go ahead and give you the domain for the overachievers out there before I start the training, which starts in 1 minute. And that's coreinsession.com, coreinsession.com, coreinsession.com. You can go there and learn about Core and save all the way through Cyber Monday, which is the Monday after Thanksgiving. The price is going to go all the way back up until it gets to its normal $199 per month. Okay, so let's talk about systems. Now, systems, and for those of you who are watching me, my students, you're in watch and learn mode. So make sure you're looking at this from two sets of lenses. You're looking at this from the eyelashes and the glasses not working. You're looking at it from two sets of lenses. You're looking at it from the perspective of students and yourself as a leader. So you're looking at, I see Tony in the background there. That's funny. So systems. On your systems page, this is what I want you to do. I'm doing this with you. So let me get a piece of scratch paper. Actually, I don't have scratch paper, so I'm going to use this folder. So on a piece of paper, I want you to write on the systems page. I'm showing you what I want you to do. So on one side, so you're going to write systems, and it's going to look like that. Systems, and you're going to draw a line down the middle. On the right side, you're going to write operations. On the left side, you're going to write marketing. Why? Because I need you to understand that you have marketing and operational systems. A lot of times when people are talking about systems, it's like they use it as a catch-all, and you can't, because it's not a catch-all. Because in our industry, where we rely so heavily on the internet, there's all types of systems. And so you need to understand that you should differentiate. Are we talking about your operational systems on how you operate your business? Or are we talking about the marketing systems on how you grow your business? Did you all catch that distinction? The operational is how you manage the business, and the marketing systems is how you grow the business. And so that's really important to know and understand. So let's talk about the operation. I'm going to start in the right column first, okay? So under operational systems, here's what I want to help you understand. So in regards to your operations, and again, we're talking about the bottom line, not dropping the soap, and we're on the S in systems. And so under operations, I want you to be thinking about, what is it that you do in your business, or what is it that needs to be done? So even under operations, I'm about to have you do something as well that's going to rock your world. So under operations, I'm going to have you draw. I'm drawing it too. So we have task. Hold on, just bear with me. So imagine you have a spreadsheet open and there's 4 columns. You have a task that said a column, the first task A, for example, column A says task. Column B says who's doing it, for example. Column C says who should be doing it. I'm working with you. And column D is the pass-off date. So for example, let's say it looked like that. Column A is the task. Column B is who's doing it. Column C is who should be doing it. And column D is the pass-off date. So the reason why I want you to do this in your operations first, and it's called a functional task analysis. That terminology comes from the Small Business Administration curriculum that I taught for 2 years here in Oklahoma City. It's a knowledge-based curriculum. And I love it because what it teaches you is how to understand how you can not be a solopreneur, and understanding that at some point you do have to grow and delegate. And so in column A, I want you to list down, and not right now, this is when you hang up. Right now, you're not implementing. Right now, you're absorbing information. Okay, right now you're absorbing information. So in column A, you write down every single thing that has to happen in your business. So not only the things that are happening, but the things that will have to happen. Okay, so you're thinking in the present, but you're also thinking futuristically. Okay, and then in column B, I want you to put down who's currently doing it. So for example, your name is probably all over that thing, right? You're probably almost doing it all, with the exception of a couple of those cells, a couple of those spots. And then column C, who should be doing it. So for example, if you're doing things, let's say you're doing the accounting, you're doing your bookkeeping. Well, who should be doing it? And then you would put bookkeeper. And then you would go a step further. Who would you hire for that role? What are their rates? Why? Because you want to be conscious of how much it costs to actually run your business. And then column D is the pass-off date. The pass-off date is your goal date for C. Column D is the goal date for C. When can we implement C so that you can get out of doing every single thing? That's the operational side. And then to go a step further in your operations, Everything in column A, let's say, for example, you utilize Google Drive or Dropbox, and you created a folder for each division, right? So even though you may be a solopreneur right now, I don't think the goal is that you remain one. And because of that, you do want to start creating some sort of system. So you don't have to have some fancy thing. You can simply have a Word document in folders for each thing that's in column A. And then you can expound on how that happens. So for example, in column A, you may have onboarding clients. So you can create a document that says onboarding clients. And then you would have the list, the checklist of things that you actually do. They click here, then you send them an email, then there's a follow-up, then there's a this, and there's a that. So let's say if you wanted to go to Fiji for a month on vacation, you can hand that document to someone and they can onboard your clients. Make sense? Yes or yes? Type yes in the comments if that makes sense. Okay, so that's on the operational side. So as you can see on the operational side, I just gave you two major things. One is organizing the tasks, who's doing it, who should be doing it, and when they're going to be doing it. And then B, the breaking down of column A. Okay, the breaking down of column A. And then you can put all those things in a binder if you want them tangibly, or you can leave them in some sort of system online utilizing Dropbox or Google Drive, for example. We use Google Drive a lot. Now, let's shift over to the marketing piece on the side of marketing. Now, on the marketing side, then there's other systems that you need to help you do that. For us, we utilize several different things. Our main big daddy is Entreport. We use Entreport for a lot of things. We use it, it's our shopping cart, it's our communication system, it's our customer relationship manager. It assists us in helping us market to, communicate with our audience. You have to ask yourself, what systems are you using? And so for those of you who are new entrepreneurs, I want to give you the distinction between a CRM and a autoresponder or email marketing service. So for example, if you have MailChimp, that is an email marketing software. It is not a CRM. What does that mean? That means it doesn't manage your full relationship with your leads, prospects, or customers. But it does send emails. Okay, so that's an email marketing system. Let's use Aweber, for example. That is an autoresponder. It does what MailChimp does and a little more. Okay, and a little more, because I think it's more internet marketing friendly. If you're a coach, speaker, or author, and you're leveraging the social media space and the internet, you are an internet marketer. You might as well just embrace it right now. We didn't used to have that, but now you have to understand how all of these various things work. And then you have Entreport. Now, I am partial to Entreport. There's also a Infusionsoft. So there's systems that handle all of those components, all of the components. So they handle the email marketing, managing the clients, managing the prospects, affiliates, shopping carts, recurring payment systems, so on and so forth. Landing pages, forms, the whole membership sites, the whole deal. Right? And just a plug real quick, if you are looking for a new CRM, connect with me, because I can get you half off of what Entreport charges on their public site. So make sure you connect with me, okay? Because I can get you half off. Now, so under marketing, we're still in systems. Under marketing, just be conscious of what system are you using to assist you in marketing your business. Another thing that we also use is lead pages. I love lead pages. I love Entrepages too, but I also love lead pages. And we integrate our lead pages with our Entreport. And it works for us. It works for us. If you go to Core in Session right now, if you go to coreinsession.com, that entire thing is a lead page. When you click to enroll into Core, that then is Entreport. Once you enroll, the email you get is Kajabi. Kajabi is our learning management system on where all the trainings are. So you see, I'm teaching you as you're going along. So when you start with that lead page form, which is the front face, the back face is Entreport, and then you get an email from Kajabi, which is then connected to an email sequence of communications in Entreport. I hope that makes sense for you. Okay, so all of it works together. So that's why understanding your systems is important. Understand that there's two different types. Operations really have nothing to do with the marketing. So understand there's two different things. Now let's move into the O, offerings. Take a sip of water. So the offerings, understanding what it is that you're actually offering in your business. For those of you who are on my Planning for Profits 2017 intensive recently, we broke this down, right? Just understanding what you're offering and when. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here because I want to make sure you understand the audience and the profit part. So, but I am going to go over it. So in your offerings, I just want you to think of it like this. If you were just going to sell, one thing all year long and sell, I was going to say some kind of offensive, so I'm not. So let me find another word. Sell the crap out of it. I was going to say sell the balls off of it, but that was really what came to mind. But if you're going to sell the crap out of this one thing, it reaches many people with this one thing. What would the one thing be? I just in core, just this Monday, dropped in the Create Your Signature Program training, just this Monday for our core students. And so if you're going to create your signature program, what would be the one offering that you would do? Now, many of you are thinking, it has to be $5,000, blah, 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 for me to make money. Let me give you an example of this in offerings. So in my Planning for Profit session, when we first launched it, it was $20.17. $20.17. In 4 days, we generated approximately $5,000 with a $20.17 virtual product where I showed up one time for 2 hours and did a training, provided tools, resources, worksheets, and all those things, right? And now that process is totally automated and you can still get it for $77, which is worth more than that. So that if, let's say all you sold was one thing and it was $100, $200. This is an example. You're going to sell more than one thing, but I want you to get really clear on the one thing that you can commit to launching and selling. So what are your offerings and what does your audience need from you right now? And can you resell it? Yes, you can resell it. Of course you can resell it. Why? Because you always want to be in a mode of growing. That's what that marketing system is for. The marketing system assists you in growing, bringing in new people into your community that can choose to work with you through your products and services or one-on-one coaching. I'm talking to authors now. I'm talking to coaches now. I'm talking to speakers now, right? And no matter which one you're heavier in, because there is a pendulum. Like for me, I am heavy coaching. Some of my clients, like Carlisha Williams, is heavy speaking, right? So you can decide, but you can still generate money from all three of those, all three in the trifecta of authorship, coaching, and speaking. You can still generate money in all three and be heavy in one of those areas, okay? So offerings, what is the one thing and how much is it? So drop below right now the name of your product or service that you're wanting to launch and the price. The name of your product and service and the price. For those of you who are already clients and coaching with me, you should already know this. What is the name of your next thing and how much is it? For those of you who are not and you want to join Core, remember you can do it today for $69 by going to coreinsession.com for Black Friday, okay? Now, let's move into A, the audience. And this is some things I want you to get very clear on. With the audience, the reason why a lot of times people are confused and things aren't working is because the message that you're delivering is confusing. I know y'all are following me, but many of you all are following too. I may not say anything, but sometimes while I know what you said you do, you're not reflecting that in your marketing communication. So your marketing communication is landing, but it's not landing. It's not hitting anyone because you're not talking to a specific individual. What you're doing is creating a message that's egoic, that you think is right, and hoping that the right person sifts through and clicks the like button or share or the buy button. And what I want you to do is get a little more intentional about being very clear on who the audience is. So here's something there's one thing I'm going to share with you. And I just shared with this at my Speak for Influence intensive in Virginia Beach with Audra. Understanding the pain points of your audience. I can't say that enough. Like why does a person need you? Why does a person need to whip out their credit card, spend their hard-earned money, spend $1 for your trial, or $20.17 for your intensive, or $20,000 for your mastermind? Why does a person need to do that? If you can't articulate that, they shouldn't buy from you. And then you shouldn't be disappointed that they did. So here's what I want you to write down. What the person that you're thinking about serving and the way you want to show up, what are the top 3 to 5 things that's currently driving them nuts and preventing them from having what you can promise? So I'll use us as an example. We work with purpose-driven coaches, speakers, authors, and consultants, some bloggers. What's ailing our audience is a process. They want a step-by-step, what do I do first system. So right now, our audience, for the people that don't work with us, are confused. They don't know where to start. They don't know where to end. Another thing that's ailing our audience is too many people to follow. They don't know what they don't know. Another thing is they're frustrated because they're doing a lot of activity, high activity, and low results. So they're frustrated. They're doing a lot of stuff. They're creating a lot of content. They're showing up on live, but no one's clicking the buy button, or they're not even selling anything for someone to click the buy button. So those are some of the pain points of our audience. Another one is they're passionate. They're purpose-driven. They're amazing, but they're not making any money, or they don't know that they're not in the season of revenue, but they're in the season of growth or credibility building. And so then just the fact that you don't know that would be a confusing thing, and you would feel like you want to give up. So what we do is we create solutions for those pain points. So I'm using us as an example to assist you as a real life example so you can impart that into your business. Why do I need to hire you? And if you can't share it, if you can't sell it, no one else can. Okay, so that's the audience piece. And then the second part on the audience piece is you should know your avatar really well. An avatar is simply the person you're serving. So every single time you say something online, it's really talking to one person. You. How can we help you? How can I help you, Andrea Stuckey? How can I help you, Andrina? How can I help you, Bianca? How can I help you, Brenda? How can I help you, Lexi? How can I help you, Jennifer? How can I help you, Kiana? How can I help you, Mary? How can I help you, John? How can I help you, Marquise? Right? It's always one individual. You're never talking to a blanket statement. So for us, our avatar is Sarah. That's what we named her. And Sarah has various attributes, right? We know how old she is, how much money she makes, what her pain points are, where she lives, how much disposable income she has, if she's single or not, if she has kids. We know all of those things about Sarah in order to best serve her with our products and services and free content, right? This is a free content opportunity. Now let's move into P, the profits. So, and here's another thing. Remember what I said, this is learn and do. Right now, you're learning. Right now, you're learning. When you hang up, don't forget to go and do. Like, you should do all of these things. And let me say this, I'm gonna be very blunt with you. If you don't be surprised if you don't win. Because what I'm teaching you is business basics. This has nothing to do, it doesn't matter what business you're in, actually. It doesn't matter who your audience is, where you live, how much money you've made. This is all work you still have to do. This is work I have to do. So if what you're wanting to do is replace the income at your job, if you want to hire yourself and hire a team, then you have to actually do the work to actually build a business and not just the brand. Many of you all are loving brand building. You got pretty stuff, but you're not making any money. And I think the reason why you went into business was so that you can generate profits and help people at the same time. Okay, and there's nothing to be ashamed about there with that. Now, P, let's move into profits. So on the profit side, first of all, I love spreadsheets. Let me say this, hold on. I love spreadsheets that are already calculated and formulated for me. So I love profit and loss statements because I want to be able to forecast my profits. So what I want you to do is just break down for Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. I want you to break down. And if I'm talking over your head, you know you need my coaching. Let me just say that. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you're an entrepreneur or aspiring to be, get in the room, hire someone, me or someone else, that can assist you in understanding what you need to know to make your business actually work. So I want you to break down the revenue. So a lot of people, they love to say, oh, I want to make 6 figures. I want to be a millionaire. It drives me insane. It's like, can you make the first $1,000? Can you double that? Can you get to the first 5K? Can we make the first 10? Can you get to those milestones so you can perfect and refine your process so that then it makes it easy for you to generate the larger dollars in the profit section, because now you know what to do. If you can generate $20, you can generate 200,000. It's a matter of amplifying the activity. But if you can get people to spend $20 with you, you can get people to spend 20,000. Seriously. It's just a matter of a process and phases in order to get there, and understanding the roadmap to do that. So in profits, I want you to break down Q1, which is January, February, March, Q2, April, May, June, Q3, July, August, September, Q4, October, November, December, which is what we're in right now. This is the end of Q4. We're moving into the end of Q4. I want you to break down what you're going to be launching in each one of those quarters. And how much money are you looking to generate in each one of those quarters by selling what product? Hopefully it's a product we talked about in offerings in the O. And then I want you to take that a step further and ask yourself, how much money am I going to have to spend in order to generate this money? Because you may have to run Facebook ads. You're going to need graphics. You might have to hire someone to run your social media temporarily. You may need a copywriter, but I want you to be thinking about that. I don't want you to go into this haphazardly thinking it's just osmosis and things just happen. No, there's a system and a process for this whole thing and how it all works. For some of you all, let's say part of your quarters is launching a show like this or a series of shows. Enlightened Audiovisual through November 30th offered you guys 3-show package for $1,000. First of all, let me just say this. I don't pay that. I pay more than that. They gave y'all a deal that I didn't even get. So I'm just saying, if you want a show, and Rob's blowing me kisses through the screen, if you want a show or you want a series, like a 3-show series, imagine what you can do with this and how amazing you can look and the types of things you can actually maximize. So if you're looking for something like that, make sure you connect with me. Do y'all see how you being connected to me saves you money? That's what you want. You want a leader that's willing to create and nurture and generate relationships that can also walk you into places where you can't walk in on your own. That's a big deal. You want, if you go to Entreport right now, it's $297. But because you know me, it's $147. So you want to be able to create those opportunities. You want to be able to create those opportunities, okay? So profits, be thinking of your launches and what you're going to be doing. And for those of you who need deeper help on that, you can, again, enroll in Core and you can learn all of the intricate details. Now, this is an example, this show, of free content. And your examples of your lives or the way you show up is an example of free content. This is the commercial for people to decide if they want to choose to work with you or not. Whether you're selling something or not in your free content, it's always an opportunity for people to choose to continue. And that's what I want you to understand about the way that you show up. When I show up, it's another opportunity that I'm sharing with people for them to choose to continue to work with me, choose to continue to follow me. And then when I do have something to offer, when I do have something that can help you in one of those areas of pain or discomfort in your business, then you can choose to elect to do that or not. And so I want to talk to you about Core. So we just went through Don't Drop the Soap, the bottom line in your business. I'll recap quickly. S was for systems. We talked about marketing and operation systems. O was for offerings. We talked about the one thing that you're going to be offering and getting clear on that for your audience, which was the A in the SOAP. And we talked about understanding how to break down what their pain points are and then listing out their attributes so you know exactly who you're communicating with. And then we talked about the profits piece and then breaking down the quarters of your 2017 and understanding what you want to launch in those quarters and how much money it will take you to generate the money that you're wanting to make. Always attach a spending number with the generation number. We never want to think we're just going to go and make money and not have to spend any to generate it, because that's not real. Okay. So I want to talk to you, for those of you who are not in our core coaching program, you can go to CoreInSession.com. And what is core? Core is about us assisting you, our power partners assisting you in breaking down and understanding the core and building the strength of your business. For those of you, there's two different options. If you go to the website, you'll see you have the option of core, and then you have the option of core all access, which includes a ticket to our fifth annual conference in Dallas in March. And it includes a $2,500 coaching certification program called Ignite in the all access, which is a full pay option. For those of you who want the monthly option, you will get training again twice a month, one from me, one from our power partner, and 2 community coaching sessions. So every single Monday you get touched. First Monday of the month, you get trained by me. Second Monday, we meet on the phone. We meet virtually. The third Monday, you get coached by our power partners. And the fourth Monday, we meet again virtually to answer any questions. So all year long, there's 52 touches for $69 a month today. It's normally $199, but today it's $69. Tomorrow it goes up to $89, I think, or something. And it goes up every single day until Monday, until Cyber Monday. So if you go on the site, core is about your creation. It's about you optimizing. It's about someone's dropping the link. Thanks, Kiana. It's about you executing and about you achieving a result. We want you to get results, but you can't get results if you don't have a roadmap and a timeline in order to get there. One of the things that we're really great at is community building. Our business grows, and we're on track for 2017, and I'll share this with you, to create $1.2 million in revenue. Our 2017 is $1.2 million in revenue. And wasn't even a goal that I had ever, to be a millionaire. I just want to help people. But as a result of helping people and creating a method and creating our own technology to do that, we're able to then share that with you. You and I are in the same business. All I'm doing is telling you how to win the way we win. And if you follow the process, then you don't have to be lost. If you follow the process, you don't have to be lost. Okay? Because the coaching industry is a little bit convoluted. It's hard to know who to follow for what. There's a coach on every corner. Literally. Sometimes 5. So it's like, I don't know which one. Do I need branding? Do I need business? Do I need webinars? What do I need? So I'm here to help you demystify that. So I'm encouraging you to join Core, and I'm going to be talking about Core all the way through Cyber Monday. So if you are on the bubble and you want to hire us as a team, then $69 is your thing today, and you get grandfathered in at that monthly price. And for those of you who want the all access option, you can still save $889 by paying the full pay option at $14.99 today. And that gets you a ticket to Epic, and you get the certification program. I don't know what else to say. So that is our promotion for Black Friday. I hope that you take advantage of it. Oh my God, please don't let this eyelash fall off. You guys know I have the worst with these eyelashes. So I hope it's the worst at the worst time. So I encourage you to jump aboard. And for those of you who are not ready for coaching, if you think you're not ready, I don't know why. But if you're not, join us in our free group at the Coach Speak and Serve Lounge right on Facebook. And I just encourage you to move forward in an upward direction and serving your audience and doing amazing things. I absolutely love this business. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. And I just want you to win. I don't want to be the only one winning. I want you to win. I want your audience to grow. I want your bank account to be ka-chinging all over the place. I don't care if it's with $1 charges or $50 charges or $10,000 charges, but we want the ka-chings to happen. Hashtag ka-ching in the comment box if you're ready for the money to start flowing in. And so that is what I wanted to share with you today. Thank you so much again. Make sure that you are following CEO Fuel. This is our 9th episode in season 1. We're moving into our 10th episode next week, where Donna Hicks-Izzard is going to be our guest. And we're going to go out with a bang. So I encourage you to continue to follow. Make sure you're tuning into Jenny Q tonight, 8 p.m. I'm going to be hosting Jenny's show on December 7th. So make sure you follow me and that you're watching there. Super excited about that. Thanks. And make sure you're following Audra Upchurch. and just have an amazing Thanksgiving. Spend some time decompressing, but also carve out 1 hour during this weekend through Cyber Monday to do some work on your business. My name is Aprille Franks-Hunt. I am the CEO and founder of Coach Speak and Serve, and I'll see you all next time. Toodles. Happy Thanksgiving.
That's all for now. Be sure to tune in next time for your CEO Fuel. Remember, follow @Epic April socially everywhere to stay connected. Be epic.